Okay, so if you'll go ahead and introduce yourself and also tell us a little bit what your current position is and a little bit about your background.
Okay, so my name is Maria. I'm currently working as a marketing director in a wine retailer in Guatemala. I have background, I've been working in Pepsi. I was a business analyst, so I have this background of, all the marketing analysis, and, launching new products into the market. And now I'm more in the strategic marketing, so.
Now, when you say strategic marketing, what kinds of things do you focus on in your job on kind of a daily basis?
Basically, we're trying to have a concept in our company, a nice concept in our stores, but also to have a sustainable profit in the market. Right now, we're the biggest ones because there's no competition. Competition is very low, especially in the wine market. But we know that if competition comes, we need to find our main advantage. So that's what we are trying to see. How can we, why do they have to choose us and not choose the competition?
So you're really trying to, even though you don't have a lot of competition here in Guatemala, you're really trying to make sure that you don't lose your edge.
Exactly.
In the event a competitor
because we
comes
know
in.
it's coming.
Okay.
We know it's coming, so we're getting prepared now. Now we're big because we have a lot of different. We have a lot of different types of wines, for example, and we have big amounts of how do you say that, like different types, and
okay.
That's why we're successful, because we're the only ones who have this variety of
okay.
wines. But we know that that's not the only reason why customers are going to visit us.
Now,
So
when you say variety, you're talking about the types of wine, like Merlot versus Shiraz versus Chardonnay.
Exactly.
Do you also have different price points, or do you tend to stick in one particular price point?
No, we have different prices also. And the thing is, the point is that what we wanna project is it's a culture. It's a culture of wine. It's a style. It's a how do you say that? Like a lifestyle that we wanna project. And it's very, I think it's a work. And another thing that we can see in the Guatemalan market is that they need a lot of education.
Okay.
They need to educate, because that is the only way they're gonna understand the value of the good wine,
okay.
or the value of the wine. So you also need to understand that Guatemala is it's a culture where they drink a lot of beer, especially the guys, because there's a lot of how do you say, matches.
Okay. Yep.
So we need to change that, and the only way is to educate people. So we're trying to, make this programs where we can have a lot of wine tasting and etc., so they can start trying new things. They can start to explore new flavors, and they can understand the lifestyle, that we wanna give them.
What are your primary channels? Are you in supermarkets? Are you in small wine shops, or?
We have wine shops. It's called Vinoteca, the wine shops. We have 5 of them, different zones, different segments. And we also have the supermarkets.
Okay.
But we're also opening in small stores.
Okay.
So our goal is to distribute and start, expanding aggressively in distribution.
Now, one of the most successful wine companies, or I'm not sure they're a vineyard as much as they are a company today, of the last decade has been Yellowtail from Australia.
Yes.
Are they in the Guatemalan market? Would
Yes,
they work
they
through
are.
you, or would they work independently?
They are in the competition.
Okay.
We have Allison White, it's called.
Okay.
And I think what Yellowtail did, and I think it's amazing, because they simplified everything.
Absolutely.
And that is one of the strategies that you need to do when it comes to wine.
Right.
If you want to sell that type of wine.
Yep.
And that's what they did.
Yep.
And the market understands the wines that they're selling, and they know they have been spending a lot of money also in tastings, especially in the supermarkets.
Okay.
So I think that's why they're so big, because they're big here.
Yeah.
And that is not common, especially because they come from Australia.
Yeah.
So, but they did a really nice labor, and actually it's funny because I read the book
Blue Ocean. Yeah.
And that is why
Yeah.
I understood everything that they did, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's really been a wake-up call for, you know, to your point earlier about, you know, knowing that the competition is coming, you know, and seeing what Yellowtail was able to do in a
Yeah.
pretty short period of time using supermarkets as their channel.
Yeah.
It's completely disrupted the wine industry, and now they
is.
actually have imitators. There's another wine with a kangaroo label out of Australia
yeah.
that,
That's
you know,
Allison White.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're starting to
that's
see
Allison
these
White. Yeah,
these
yeah,
things
yeah.
where, you know, wow, you know, they've really done it, and a good price point. I mean,
Yeah.
7, 8, and it's not a bad glass of table wine. It's not, you know, it may not be the best, but it's certainly, for most people, it's not bad.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
difficult. Now, you had mentioned earlier, before we started talking here, that you're also, part of your strategy is also to look at other markets. What other markets are you looking at, I guess, from a geographical point of view?
But the thing is that I'm doing some research on the markets, and I could see that Mexico is a big market.
Sure.
We want to go there. I mean, we definitely want to go there. But you also have to analyze the prices also, and
Okay.
and also the fact that if the market is growing, for example, if the consumption is growing, and then if you compare this, I think Mexico will be the first market to go.
Okay.
Because, for example, El Salvador and Honduras, the market are not growing, and
Right.
the people are not consuming more. Actually, it's going down.
And they're also
So-
very small populations, relatively
Exactly,
speaking.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah.
So I think if we want to focus in the next market, it will be Mexican
Okay.
market, definitely.
Now, longer term, is the vision for the company to be in all the markets in Central America? And I'm loosely including Mexico in that because I know Mexico is classically defined as a North American country. But do you see yourself going essentially from the Colombian border on up through Panama and all the way up to Mexico?
Well,
Or-
no, I don't think we haven't analyzed that. And right now we want to focus on Guatemala because the company is relatively new.
Okay.
We just bought, I mean, the company was bought 2 years ago.
Okay.
So right now I can tell you that the sales are going up
Yep.
amazingly. But now we need to put ourselves together as a team and the strategy and everything, and then we can start thinking about expanding to
Gotcha.
other countries. You know, so right now it's in a 5-year plan.
Okay.
We don't have another country that
Okay.
is not Mexico.
Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Very good. Well, thank you so very
Oh,
much.
you're welcome.